for the project, you're going to need an empty Aquafina bottle. I recommend a good pair of scissors, less frustration with good scissors. You're going to need 3 markers of your choice of colors. The main color of the flower in this case is going to be red, and the green is for the leaves. I also have black to put a little accent in the center. You're going to need a candle. You can also use a heat gun, but I'm using what I have, and what I have is a stub of the candle, and it's all that you need. I'm also using a meat thermometer that I have, although you can use a piece of metal, a sharpened piece of metal that you may have around the house. Even a large sewing needle or knitting needle would do. But in my case, I heat it to exactly 200 degrees. That way I can get the work done, and this gives me the correct temperature for using it. And then of course you'll need a hot glue gun. Mine's a very old, low temperature hot glue gun that I've used for years, and I highly recommend having one, but I would not go out and buy anything new for this project, because the whole idea is to make something beautiful out of something that you already have. Now, you've cut out your 3 pieces. You have this fluted, you cut this. You've also cut this band out. And of course you've colored everything beforehand. This is the bottom. You've cut that out, all out. And now you're going to shape your petals. So we're going to light our candle. I've trimmed the wick down short. And now we're going to start with doing the flower petals. This is going to go really quickly. I'm going to heat the outside, and I'm going to hold it high above the candle. Once it starts to go, it's going to go very quickly. Yep, as you can see, it's already starting to bend. I'm about 2 inches above the flame. And you can kind of shape the petals as they go, but they kind of, I like them to do their own thing. You want to be sure of is that they do bend out, because your centerpiece is going to, that you're going to be inserting into it, is going to lay over it. You'll see later here. So we're heating it, and while it's heating, it's also shrinking and making that very tough. It's not going to be real flexible anymore. So you want to make sure you keep it spinning as you're doing it. You want to make sure you hit your edges. And make sure your edges look good and smooth. But keep it above the heat and keep it moving and spinning. And that way you won't get any leaves frying on you. Okay, now, as you can see, it's gone from being really flexible to being nice and stiff, and that's the way you want it. You want to make sure it's stiff all the way to the core. And now you can even do a little heating in the center, but you don't want your leaf petals to curl back down, so you want to run around the outside and make sure. And now if you get them too hot though, I could grab a piece here. I'll grab a scrap and show you what happens if you get it too hot. See, it just curls up and starts on fire. So you don't want to get too close. It's just a warming thing. It's not really any hotter than like a light bulb at this point. But at this temperature and rotating it constantly, it's going to heat it up. You can put your hand here. It's not bad. Okay, now, the second piece we're going to be doing here, now when you put this over the flame, you're going to hold it high and bring it down on the flame. Oh, you can see. Whoops. See, these are going to have to melt back up. The flame's getting higher and hotter now. Come on, pop up. Yeah, that's the way it goes. And we drop it down. Come on. My flame's getting just a little bit high Before, when I did the last one, I shut off the camera and blew out the candle in between. So, and as you can see, everything's melting up. And now I want to take it and melt it so they curl out. Just pass it over the flame gently and bend them out. Come on. Yeah, this one's going to need a little manual help. You can actually get your fingers in there and work on it. And always put it way over the heat, far away from you, because for some reason I think your voice and your breathing blows the heat away. Get a little hotter there. Get a little more. Now, you've got your center piece here, and to check it for fit now, you're going to take this piece and set this piece down inside of it. And that's your poinsettia right there.